outdoors, see what we got going on here, give you a little quick runaround of what's happening. So up front, these were some volunteers, and right out in their little pot out front, looking real nice. Of course, I'm still working on my front pathway. We'll get that finished up. It requires hard labor, and I'm having trouble doing that. And got my rope up, cordoned off my grass over here. We've added some seed. I got some plastic with over it for like a greenhouse effect on this really bad area. So we took some old potting dirt from some of the old plants and put it on top of the seeds that we put out to give us some nice fresh dirt to grow up through, nutrients. Hopefully it'll take, and we'll fill in all these patches down our side here. Our little tree out here, he's not looking real happy. I don't know why we have such issues with these trees in this ground, and the deer ate my rose bush, and the winter got it, so this rose bush died. So not too impressive over here yet, but we'll do some more looking around. So these are the black-eyed Susans. They need cleaning up. We just now pulled them out into the sun to start going. You can see them growing down in there. We need to trim and weed and get these all cleaned up. Wendy will be working on this stuff. I'll probably help her along. And these are some of the bulbs that she had put in last year. They were much smaller when we put them in, and they've grown right out to the rock area she surrounded them with, so we'll be pulling the rocks out to allow them to grow further. When I was cleaning this area, I didn't know this one was here, and I weed-eated it. So this just all grew up. Oh, looks like we got some flowers starting to come out, and they'll be coming along any time. So we'll keep an eye on those. We had a lot of weeds grow up in our fields, so we're going to be rototilling and getting this all cleaned up. So that's on the to-be-done list. Let's take a look in the greenhouse. It made it through the winter. We had some plastic problems, but we fixed that. We've got our solar running, seeing how it's doing on the battery. We could definitely use a battery. If anybody's got an extra solar battery they could possibly give up, we could use it, because right now we're running on just a marine battery. It only gives us so much power. So here we are in the greenhouse, and there's our culprit, Leo the Liger, hanging out. Well, at least we'll keep the mice away. So we got a bunch of different herbs that we're going to be planting. We have some English lavender, some Marjoram gold tip, some lemon balm, and then here we have the lavender elegance dark purple, and we have a lavender Provence. So we got a bunch of lavenders and some marjoram. So the tomatoes are doing not too well. They got some of the frost, but we got a lot more going on in here. Let's see, what do we have? We've got sage, just regular garden sage. I want to make sure I'm saying all these ones are right. Oh, there's the catnip. That's why this is tilted. I figured out where you've been getting the catnip, buddy. That's what I thought. So we got catnip in here, and apparently he's been getting it. These guys here need some help. So we've got some rosemary, of course, and then we have some yellow cherry hybrid tomatoes right there, and of course some parsley. We got a couple different parsleys here, and the hen and chicks up here are doing amazing. This girl looks awesome. So wintered out in the greenhouse, no heat or anything in here, just natural. And so here's our lilacs. So yeah, we got lilac and Linwood golds. Oh no, these are just Linwood golds, I think. Let's see, no, that's the lilac. This is a Linwood gold, and then the lilac. So something along those lines. A couple lilacs, a couple Linwood golds. These flowers that I don't know what they are. We need to be getting those put in right away. Some primroses. Those are all nice. And yeah, so need some cleaning in the greenhouse, but it's doing its job. All right, down the side here, We got a couple other bushes that are coming back in. I forget what they are. And then of course we've got our dwarf Alberta spruce. And we got a couple of, this is the purple lilac, and that's another Linwood gold. So it looks like we have 3 of each now. Just a pot of grass. And then she's got all these pots that are with dirt and ready to be planted. We have all of this out, and it's got to be cleaned up and it'll be ready to be planted. She'll probably mix it up a little bit more, add some fresh potting soil to all of these. Our little spruce tree over here is doing really good. He's doing really nice. And then over this way we got Mr. Hare. He needs cleaning up, but he's starting to take off. We got to get him out and get him in the ground somewhere. He'll do amazing once we get him in the ground. And back over this way we have our different bulbs from last year that are coming back in. Everything seems to be popping right up and taking off back here. This is kind of shady spot. This is a late starting area. And some more volunteers. We got this purple guy. Oh, look, we got a bee. We got a nice honey. That looks like a honeybee. That was a honeybee. That's nice. That means there's some honeybees in the area. And then I believe this, I don't think these are weeds. I believe these are Mexican marigolds. Looks like they took them all over. And then these are some more bulbs. These are lilies, I think. But these were some bulbs that we got at a yard sale here not too long ago. And the lady gave them to us for practically free. And we picked up a radio flyer that we're going to paint up and make real nice for Callista. So that'll be sweet. And of course we've got our dirt, our potting soils, and our mulches. And it's getting ready. The sun is shining and the plants are waiting. And this guy, he's doing really good. That's been here about 3 years now, and it just keeps coming back. Forget what it's called. If anybody knows, if anybody can tell me what that is, put it in the comments below. And yeah, along down the side of our house, we got our bushes, some boxwoods, and something else I forget. But yeah, they're doing really well. This is their 2nd year, so they made it through the winter, and they'll do good. And we've got some plants we're going to be transplanting over to here to make the side of the house look beautiful again.
Why are you standing on the grass? You made ropes.
You walked through the grass to get to me, ma'am.
I know, because you made this and you're on the inside of it.
I'm being cautious.
So now I'm coming, because this is technically my lawn. If anybody
This is my lawn.
Me.
Get away from the lawn, ma'am. You kids, get off the grass! Get off the grass, ma'am! Alright, so I was over here working on this rock line that I put along the front of our house. There's the house, and this is right out in the front. And so I put up a little rock wall. It goes right down and around, leads into our path going down to the well. We'll go over that in a second. But I spread some wild seeds into here. They were a sunshade mix from the dollar store. So we're going to be watering this. I'll probably put a little bit of fertilizer on it, maybe shake some new dirt over the top. Kind of weed it out some, at least get the grasses that I know are no good. But I want to wait for the other plants to kind of come in. So I might just be cutting the grasses back until the other plants are established. But it's going to look really nice. And of course we got our little white flowers hanging out and looking real pretty in the yard. So we water out here a little bit this spring when it starts drying out. These will last a little bit longer. But and right here, we're hoping to finish this off into like a heart shape, a natural heart. So I don't know if you can see the shape, but so go up and around and back here, and then up and around, and then back here again. And try and turn this into a large flower bed as well. And that'd be right out in front facing our drive. So here's the bulbs that I planted yesterday. And this is kind of like the top of one of our walkways to the left. Then on the right side, I've got 3 more planted in another little bed I put together. I'm not sure what this is. It just kind of was growing there, so I've been leaving it be. And so down along this path here, I've added more bulbs to hopefully get them going. So we'll see where they go and what's going on with them. We'll give them a couple weeks and see how they grow. So this was our cornfield last year. We got quite a bit of corn out of it. We didn't make as much use of the corn as we would have liked to, but we're to live and we'll learn. At least we were able to get the corn to grow. So this is majoram, I think, something along those lines. Wendy's going to dig this up and transplant it somewhere else. I think we're going to leave this one little guy on the end to kind of clean these beds out, see if he'll spread through the whole thing, make it a nice little majoram patch we can keep taking from. And so these guys here, these make really nice yellow flowers, and I forget where we got them from. I think they're spirea or something, maybe something like that, but they're a really nice young bush, and they're really nice and pretty when they bloom. So we have 3 of those or so over here, and these 3 are going to be moved to the side of the house with the bushes I just showed you. So I'll have to get these dug out. I might do that today because I can dig these out. That should be simple enough and get them done. So over here, these are some of our other beds that are just kind of things coming back up. Little purple flowers. And then we have a lily of some sort of bulbed plant coming in there. And the grass is coming up over here finally. So we got some ferns here. Really nice. Nothing's popped up here yet. Usually we get some volunteers in here, at least pansies, but nothing this year. A little crazy green bush that we just keep. And we've got nothing coming up here. Here's those things again. They look really nice when they bloom. But yeah, we're finally getting the grass to grow over here where the swimming pool was. So we'll be trying to seed that and aerate that some more. And the onions are just a living wreck in here. We got a whole mess of stuff going on in here. This whole bed's got a lot of work. But we have a bunch of onions that are still in here growing. So we maybe think Wendy's planning on getting them all dug out and then transplanted, maybe resetting these beds with more onions. But as you can see, everything is just going crazy in here because it's good dirt. So as you can see, we got quite a bit of work cut out for us so far this year, and it's just starting. So hopefully we can get ahead of the game a little bit and get things done. We'll see what happens. So this was our potato patch last year, a potato patch. So this year, Wendy's talking about she wants to put the rocks a little higher around the outside, another couple layers, and then we're going to mix it with more dirt, make it fuller, and we're going to plant potatoes in it again. We had a pretty good turnout of potatoes. We got, I don't know, 50 or so out of here, and we'll be redoing it again this year. We're going to do a little bit different. We'll be adding dirt as they grow up and start to get too big. And here's the raspberries. Aren't they pretty? Ooh, buddy. Them some nice looking raspberries. They're coming in really well. He said, anybody want to volunteer to come over and weed our gardens? We could use the help. So, but yeah, it's a pretty nice looking raspberry patch. So this is our blackberry here, I believe. I'm not for certain, but he seems to be doing pretty good. It's either blackberry or blueberry. I think it's a blackberry bush. I have to ask Wendy. I can't remember all these daggone plants. So, and then if that's the blackberry, this would be the blueberry. If this is the blueberry or blackberry, then that's the blueberry. One of the two. But so it's doing okay. It's still redding out really bad. I don't know if we got the soil quite right, but we got some volunteer pansies right here coming in. Try to get past here before the sprinkler gets back to me. So, oh, look, we got one volunteer pansy there. And so we got a couple more strawberries here. This one's already flowering. So we got more strawberries that's got to go in yet. And ta-da-da! the strawberry patch. So Strawberry Fields, this is a nice sized patch of strawberries. They are going to be wonderful. They're just taking off everywhere. They've elbowed out and just went nuts. So we got several different types in here. But as you see, they are starting to flower, which means we will have strawberries soon, very soon. Which also means we got to hurry up and get this fencing up. We got some deer netting that we're going to be putting around these patches. If not, the deer will eat all of our strawberries and raspberries and blackberries and blueberries before we can. So this is the newest Strawberry Field edition we'll be putting in. We tilled it last year, didn't get to do much with it. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, about a dozen. About a dozen strawberries coming in. And then we got some flowers here that popped up. Those are really nice looking. And yeah, I'm going to drill some holes down in the tops of these, and we're going to put solar lights on top of these to make it look really nice. Maybe screw a platform on. Oh, that'd be even neater. Maybe a little log cut off. So, like right on the top, cut off a round and bolt it right to the top of that, so it's like a little stand, and we can put additional plants on top. So this is either another blueberry or blackberry. I think it's a blueberry bush. So this is our other blueberry bush that came in, and eventually right here behind all this little area, we're going to make into a shallow pond. Nothing too major, just something shallow. Maybe we can get some fish in here if we make a deep spot or so. And yeah, that'll look real nice. We got to take it off now where we clean up. So we got this bush here, we trimmed it back, and this year it is flowering like crazy. We took the tree branches off around it so that it gets more light. So it's taking off. Now let's go over and check out some of these other things. So now, just for the natural things that are happening out here, these are our balsam roots, and they are some beautiful flowers. And these are just right next door to our house, growing wild. We might bring the hose out and water them some. The more you water them, the better they do. As soon as it dries out, they are goners. So let's see how this guy blooms up this year. See, we trimmed him back. It looks nice. Yeah. So that pretty well concludes the tour of the garden stuff and how it's coming along. Like I said, everything is just starting. We will be buying ready-to-go plants as well as seeding. So the next step in this whole process would be rototilling. And so we have a friend, Jerry, who was kind enough to loan us his rototiller to use. It's bigger than one I have. We have one that's close to size, but it needs a carburetor. If anybody wants to help me find a carburetor for it, I just need a new carburetor for my other rototiller, and then mine will be gone. So yeah, we're gonna see how this does. We're gonna test it out on rototilling our fields back up this year. So thanks for stopping by and visiting. We hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and share if you want more videos like this, and make sure you tell your friends. Crazy cat, all nipped out. What you doing, kitty?
He's on his way right on his back.
Oh yeah, he was in the greenhouse. He was just all like, yeah.
What? I can pet you wherever I want to.
Crazy cat. And he was chasing you down earlier. Look, see, he mauled you.
Don't attack my leg.
Crazy killer kitties. Crazy killer kitties. Ah. Have a good day. Hello, Leo.